Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm doing some more work on my ideas book today. Back here in the back, I want to make sure I leave plenty of room for an index, even if I end up taking some of those pages out later. Okay, so I'm at page 863 and I've got 947 at least, so that is a good 100, nearly 100 pages, and that's fine. That's what I want to leave for my index. So my starting point would be to put some stuff down here to indicate that this is an index. So I just have to work out what I'm going to put down here, which at the moment I'm not really that sure. But anyway, I will put an index page here, and just as a reminder to myself, I'll write myself a note. Add index cover page. Here. Right, so that'll be my cover page. And then I'm going to start with the A's. Oh, actually, I'm going to start with the B's, aren't I? So I've got the A's there, so I probably need, I'm trying to think what starts with an A. Anyway, we're going to leave several pages for an A, and then I'm going to go to B for belly band. So I'm going to start here with the little index card, and I'm going to put a couple of things down. My first step is to, actually I need to go back to the front, sorry. I need to number the pages. Okay, so I'm wondering what I can use. Will I use actual numbers or will I just write the numbers on? And I'm worried about the amount of numbers that I'm going to need, so I think I'm just going to have to write the number of the page on the top. Okay, so let's just do number 1. Flip it over, so make sure we haven't missed any. Number 2, did I put a full stop after that one? No, I want to be consistent. I go back to my little card now, and actually what I need to do is put, what did I say, 863 is the beginning. I'll put a little card in there, so I know where I'm starting each time. And that beginning bit will be the A's, so I'll just put this down. I'm making this up as I go along, you know, so that's why I'm a bit unsure of what I'm doing. So I'm going to start my A's there, so that'll be 1, 2, 3, let's say 5 pages of A's, and then this is going to be my B page, and I will just then write out what I want on here. So I've got belly band. And then the vertical one is on page 1. So I'm just going to put vertical, and then on page 1, so I know where that is. And I'll also be doing a horizontal one. I don't know what page I'm putting that on yet, so I'm just going to leave that blank. So that will be stuck up here. And these little cards, I can get 5 on a page. So 1, 2, I'll have 2 vertical and 3 horizontal. So I have to make sure to remember when I'm writing them that some of them need to be horizontal and some need to be vertical. But that will go in there. Then I need to work out where I'm going to put the next slot, like the B, C, D, E. But let's just write the card first. So I've got a Rita Donnelly flip. And the first one is a single. I'm going to do a double one as well, and that's on page 2. And then I'm going to do a double. So I haven't got one of those yet, so that would go in the section for the R's. And then I've also, on page 2, I've got tags, haven't I? Tags. And then I've got creating. So I just want to put in about the clipping corners. That's what I'm going to call it. So you need to use the language that how you think of things. And that's also on page 2, because my language may not suit you. I mean, I, have some weird names for things that other people might not use, but that's what I'm going to use. So that's going to go under the section for tea. And I suspect that I'm going to have a couple of cards that are headed up with the word tag. And then also, I could put Tim Holtz, but then the tea section's going to be overrun, isn't it? So maybe I'll just put paper dolls. I'm not sure if well, I guess it's an example of how to use a paper doll. So I'm going to put paper dolls. And then I'm going to put on a tag, because that's how I used it in this instance, and put 2. At least I know if I want to look at an example of that, I can go to page 2 and there'll be one on a tag there. And also, I guess this is a way of remembering your different tools and things, because otherwise, I tend to forget that I have, an automatic cutter and I've got lots of dies. So I will cut the dies out, and maybe I'll do that next time, and I'll put those all in so that I know what dies I've got. So it's also an index of different tools that you own. Okay, so maybe I should have put the crocodile or the big bite in here, and also some seam binding. So let's do 2 more cards. Lucky I have heaps of these. Maybe I'll put this under tools, I think. I should put it this way. How many tools? I don't know. Tools. I'll try it this way, and then if it doesn't work, I can rewrite it. I don't think it's going to work already, is it? Because I'm going to do crocodile. No, that's not going to work. Bin for that one. As I said, I've got plenty of these cards, so I can keep writing them. So tools, and then it's actually called a big bite. And it's also on page 2. And then I also want to do seam binding. And then on a tag, page 2. So you can see I'm collecting a whole lot of things just from this one thing. Let's just go back here, and I think that that is fine. I don't think that the belly band needs anything more other than how I made that. Okay, so that's what I've done. Now let's move on. And what am I going to call this pocket? I guess it's just a standard pocket, isn't it, on the bottom of the page. So will I just call it that? Maybe I will, because that's pretty much the one that, I make a lot of. So I'll call it standard, and it's on page 3. And what I'm going to do and call this one is using images from book pages. So what I'm going to say is, let's think what I can call this one. Images, maybe I'll call it images, or yeah, I think images will be fine. And then I'm going to call it from a book. And that will be number 3. And I'm going to start with the index pages. So what I've done is I have cut some paper, double-sided paper, and I'm going to do a little tab up at the top. So we're going to the 1 inch. I think I'll use this side for this one. And then 2.5 inches. And then another one. And what that means is I can use my cutter. Now I'll just do this off camera because I've got my cutting mat beside me, so apologies that you can't see this bit. But all I'm doing is putting my ruler along the valleys of that, and I've shown you that many times. So I'll see if I can find a video where I do that on camera. Okay, here it is here. So then the next one would be, in fact, I'm going to cut the sample one so I can do a test on where it needs to go. So if I have that one there, I probably want this next one here like that so you can see it. So, you know, that would be 1, 2, 3, whatever. So I need to come in another inch. So instead of starting at 1, I need to start at 2 inches, all right? I'll try the next one. So I'm going to start 2 inches to, what did I say? 3.5 inches, because I need a 1.5 inch. Let me get this off. I think that looks fine, don't you? You can see you'll see the number 1, 2, 3, or ABC, I should say, not a number, a letter. Yeah, so I have to increase that by 1 inch. So this time I have to start at the 3 inches. So this will be cut off. I'll just mark that so that I don't forget. 3 inches and go out to 4.5 inches. And then put another one on here. That all needs to come off there. So that would be like that. Now, you're probably wondering, when you go to the 4 inch, you can't go out any further. You're probably wondering what I'm going to do about that. And what you do with that is that you just turn the tab around. So that would be that next one. So I've got 4 tabs there now. And then I'll be able to do 5, 6. So I can have 6 across the page like that. And that one's a bit dark, so I might actually turn it so I can have it here. That will be my end one. Okay, so A. I keep saying 1, but I actually mean A. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, so if I put it right in the center to get that first one done. All right, let's put some in the book now. Now I know what I have to do. Now you know what you have to do if you've got an envelope punch board and you want to do this. That I keep, and I need to do my first one, which will be, now I will handwrite these. I don't think I need to do anything more than handwrite them. A. But I do want them in the correct order, so I have to make sure when I do them. Like if I do that one B, it's not going to look that good. So I need, like this one will be the B, C, D. Is that the D? Let me see. I think this one went round this way, didn't it? Yep, so that's A. B. I might have to turn that around because it's a little bit, what a pity. No, I think I'll just write on it and I'll be able to see that. C, D. Let's just do that many for a start and get something stuck in the book. Now, all I'm doing now is sticking this in here so that it's right at the top of the page. And then if I think of other belly band ideas, I've got room to put them there. So distress ink, and then I haven't got any other D's in here, have I? No. But I've got this one. Now I need to do one up this way because I have to have 2 on the page that are vertical and 3 horizontal, and that's what's going to fit. I think I will put Distress Oxide on a horizontal one, and then distress crayons as a vertical one. So I think that will be the way to go, and I'm sticking them in. Then I haven't got anything on them, but I can write on them because I've got a solid surface of the book. I can write on them after. Now we'll have a look at how that looks when the book's shut. And there you go, I've got a little index there. So obviously A, B, C, D, E and F, and then I'll start again at the next row. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. This is Deborah. Cheers.